Do you treat your dog as part of the family? Well, so do we. So why not celebrate your pup's birthday with the ultimate party box? Check us out on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Party Pup Info, and let us make your pup's party or any celebration perfection.
The Monty and the Pharaoh Show is brought to you by...
Because wine is your second favorite four-letter word. California wine, New York attitude. Good fucking wine.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Now, how am I supposed to ask him this one? Not to lighten the mood, but this is hard to ask the man himself who's in the family. Okay, rank the Windham family. Where do you rank as the all-time great families? This is an impossible question.
Well, I got to be honest. I'll
Obviously,
start
up in the
first.
penthouse,
I'll start first. Definitely in the top 5 wrestling families in the history of wrestling, without a doubt.
Where would you put the Windham, your own family, for God's sakes? What a strange question, but I like it. I do like it. Where would you put yourself, considering the Rhodeses and the Samoan dynasty and the other families?
Well, I don't know. I never really thought about that. But,
there we go.
That would take some thought, I
Yeah.
think, to really do an honest ranking, but it's all just opinion anyway.
Oh, well, of course.
We're number 1.
Well,
there you go. That's the perfect answer.
But when you look
That's
at
it.
yourself, you've looked at your career and what you have accomplished. Would you say that you're one of the greatest wrestlers of all time, in the top 10?
No, I don't feel that, but
Interesting.
Can you explain why you don't feel that?
I don't know. I guess because I was the one in there doing it, and to me, just sometimes it just came natural, but it was just the way that I taught myself to do it. So I guess different egos handle things differently, and I'm just not that way, and it just, if someone tells me that, I tell them thank you, I'm very gracious, but there's a lot of other talented guys out there.
When they gave the NWA title finally, you were able to achieve that. Did you feel that this was your opportunity to carry this company? And were you disappointed when they took it from you that quickly?
Well, I knew it was going to be a short time, a year or less that I would have it, but they wanted to get the title back from Japan, and I just don't know, because I blew out my knee while I had the championship too.
Ugh.
So I had to have surgery on my knee. I just don't know if there were any other plans for it or not. I just had it for the short time, and I was home most of that time with a knee injury.
Was it important to you to win that world title?
Yeah,
We've
good
had some
question.
wrestlers come in and say, it was just another paycheck. But was it important to you to win that world title? It did wonders for your overall career as far as coming from a fan's perspective. You're a world champion.
Well, it had to, because I had chased it for so long, and I had made so many promos and done so many hour Broadways and matches with Flair that to make any sense, I should have had it. But to do it that way, it accomplished it, and I dropped it back to Rick. It is what it is. I got it, but I didn't get to keep it for very long.
How frustrating was it getting hurt? You finally win a world title, you get hurt? I would have been like freaking out.
Yeah. I can identify with Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Barry B, are you a Jet fan?
Yeah.
Barry Windham, the Jet fan. We got to love it.
Here's the one thing I have to ask you about. Again, I've said it a million times what a huge fan I was of yours. The one thing I couldn't stand, and I need to understand this.
Uh-oh. What's this?
Whose idea was it to make you the fake Sting?
Oh, yeah. Whose idea was that?
And were you okay with that?
Yeah, I was all right with it.
Okay.
I had been off for probably 4 or 5 months. I don't know if I had surgery on my wrist, I think is what it was. I think because that was after the angle with Arn. Was kind of just looking for a spot to get back in, and I was there in Chicago, but I wasn't on the card. And Ole was booking. He didn't have a finish for Sting's match. And Sting and I were just sitting there talking back and forth, and I think it was actually my idea. I said, why don't I just dress up like you and come out there and we'll do this, simple finish, but it ought to work. And we ran it by Ole. He said, yeah. So Sting and I went to the hair salon. I got my hair cut.
That sounds good.
Dyed, and went back to the dressing room, painted my face. He had an extra pair of tights. I put on Stan Hansen's boots and went out there and did it.
Wow. And you're okay cutting your hair? Like, that surprised me in itself. I'm like, man, I can't believe this dude just cut his hair like that.
Yeah. I mean, it was, to be honest, it was pretty much my idea. But, I had to figure something to get back in the door. And I thought that might have some impact. And, just introducing back. And I thought, fuck, my hair, it'll always grow back.
Mm-hmm.
Unbelievable. All right.